Hey everybody, my name is Rydo, and today we want to look at a game called Faeria, which is a collectible card game where you play the cards on a hex-based game tile system. Turns out that you can apparently trick the game into giving you a guest account by just clicking create account at the beginning and then alt tabbing and uh, closing the program. So let's see if we can actually log into this guest account without actually having to make an account. So, my goal here in looking at this game is to see if it could possibly either now or at some point in the future have a chance of replacing my Hearthstone series, where I cover Hearthstone uh, as a blog series. It's something I can do consistently. I have over 600 videos. We're getting a little intro here. Uh, so it's gonna start me. This is exactly where it started me before when I clicked new account. So, uh, okay, it leaves me right here. So we'll type in our name. Choose carefully, you won't be able to change it later on, okay? Build lands and summon creatures to attack your enemies. Destroy their orb to win. Got it. So, I'm going to very much... so, that text happened really fast there. I assume it's this character that's talking. Build lands towards your enemy. I have two of them. And I also have 20 health versus 4 health. So there's in comparison to Hearthstone, there's already something happening different here, and I assume that eventually the game expands the play field down to a lower section here, or cards are taking up this section here, because otherwise there's a big empty part here. I assume this is my deck. I assume that's our deck, but we're also just doing this. So it seems like a land building phase. 3 fairy, I can summon a creature. So hope you're ready for pain. So that's a 3/2 creature with 3 things. So the cost, how much Faeria to play, which this is all with a name like Faeria, it sounds like there's going to be a lot of fairies in the game. 2 attack, 4 health. Pretty much exactly the same as Hearthstone, although the cards are curved at the top and they're taking up more space and they're longer, just to have a slightly visual difference. You'll need lands to summon that yak. And that's not even particularly a Hearthstone thing. We've been seeing card games like this since I don't think Magic the Gathering is quite like this, but I think Pokemon the card game is at least something there. So I have 2 choices. I can build more land and then click on the yak, and I'm just gonna have to place it in front of it. So there's a in a similar way, I guess there's 7 lanes of characters, as there are 7 spaces for characters in Hearthstone, although it doesn't get used very often. That's just the maximum number of characters you can have. In this game, it is going to be a lot more about positioning. Inherently, I think that means this game is going to require even more strategy. Another thing that's certainly going to weigh heavily against this replacing Hearthstone is, at least right now, to my knowledge, there is no Hearthstone deck tracker. Nor, the way we're playing right now, would it really help that much. Hearthstone Deck Tracker is a separate application that I use that puts your entire deck on the screen for YouTubers and streamers, so people know what cards are in my deck, even if they're new to the series. So this guy attacked and then moved. That's strange. And it wants me to attack this guy. And holy yak. I can already say too that there's not the greatest as far as audio feedback going on here. Blizzard did a lot of extra work and a lot of polish for graphics and audio to keep you enthralled in the game, and I'm not seeing that here. Like, when I see these things, can I right click to... No, I can right click to have several different things. What's my unique? Nope, can't even do it, apparently. I can do a well played, but it doesn't even make audio, it's just playing the music. And then this one, to look at it and get it larger than what it is right now, that's just not gonna happen. And let's see. So I win. Victory. One advantage, we get a mission rewards. One advantage this game probably can offer to me, though, is that because it's in Steam now, you could probably, for a small percentage of people, get money into Steam. And let's see, video settings are at the highest. It's at 1080p. Permanent deck hand information. I wonder what that does. Let's try that, because if it has something like Hearthstone Deck Tracker already in it, that would be very helpful, instead of using a separate app that sometimes crashes. We'll see what this does. Creatures can gather extra Faeria from wells. So it feels like there's some strategy. I will control all 4 wells, they say. So I have 3 Faeria, and I want to immediately put somebody. Is he close enough, or do I need one more thing? So this is kind of just giving a record right now. It's not telling me everything that's in my deck, which that's still not what Hearthstone Deck Tracker. Creatures next to wells generate automatic. Whoops, left the stove on. Mind finishing the fight alone, thanks. They pop up with text way too fast. And this isn't, well, this isn't doing what I would hope it would do. Please don't attack me. Don't you dare steal our Faeria. Yeah, I can already tell there's not enough here yet. And while the advantage of potentially getting money into the Steam account, I assume that works. Like, I'm making a big assumption that would work. Come on, move. Can that really only... Oh, wow. Okay, well then... Characters don't move very fast either, do they? So I could have moved this like 1 upward. I suppose I should. and then that's kind of all I can do. Another issue with Hearthstone is that it is already a game that takes way too much of my time, because Hearthstone has quests every 3 days to play, and because of that, let's see, Falcon Dive, deal 1 damage to a creature. That's a spell. That's the first spell we've done. This one, let's see, we need to actually go here and then go here, I think, and then move this to that and move this to that, and then attack this guy while leaving everything else alone. And so, unlike Hearthstone, where you collect more Faeria each turn, that specifically made it a very good system as far as let's see. Well, it made it an excellent system because you were always, well, always moving forward, always moving towards a final game. I can already tell that if you were playing against somebody really strategically here, you could take a very long time to do moderately little. Let's see, I have enough here to do this. I have one here I can move. I have one there I can take too. Can I attack this thing? Yes. And then just put this here. And can I attack that thing? Nope. So this has been a pretty long experience, considering we haven't really done that much. The cards also seem kind of repetitive right now, although we may just be in a tutorial mode, so that could easily just be the reason for that. And then there's kind of not even any reason to continue to place tiles. Is there something that happens as we're trying to finish all of this? As I place these last 2 tiles, does that start some kind of counter, some kind of fatigue? What happens if a game actually deadlocks? Yeah, so give creatures +1/+1. Although I could have also done that one. Doesn't matter. Let's go ahead and take the victory. So we need to get back to the main menu. Also, when it gave us the mission reward, that, let's see, so we're gonna have to complete all of these missions just to even start. Let's see, I'm already like 14 minutes in. Alright, they're gonna give me a puzzle. That's interesting. We haven't seen really any puzzles, any real puzzles in Hearthstone, and that's something I felt it missed. Creatures with haste don't have to wait a turn. Alright. Alright, so put this here. Do this. And then do I move to attack this guy? So all that can be done in one move, and I assume that's what that puzzle was a one move puzzle. So like you can't even look at this card back here if you wanted to know what the attack of the Mace Man is. There's like right clicking, left clicking, moving the mouse wheel, clicking the middle mouse wheel. You can't even see it. Hearthstone itself, when you very at the very beginning start playing it, there is quite a lot of like tutorializing you have to go through too. So that is, you can build lands next to an enemy land if you have a creature on it. Okay, move the farm boil onto an enemy land. Well, I guess that would be that. And then do this and this. And then place this haste creature and then attack. So you're seeing there's a lot of strategy going on here with the placement of land, but no real strategy in the cards. And personally, I just feel like a collectible card game is about the abilities of the cards having tricks and different character class types. Like, I already know that there's only 4 color types. Right now we're using the uncolored characters, and that eventually we need to interesting. Forest lands lets him play more powerful cards. Well, how does he get forest lands? Some cards require special lands to be played. Got it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually 6 different types of lands. So if I could, it wants me to play this. Well, I guess we'll go ahead and do that. Ah, that takes 2. And that's all I could do. So you can have 2 neutral or 1 regular. So the trade-off's not gonna be too bad. Each turn you can either make 1 special land or 2 neutral lands, and see you have a green lit up here telling you an indicator. They're already showing that there's some extra things here that I kind of wish weren't in existence. This and then this, so I can then play this and then to turn. Oh, I should have moved this forward. Oops. I think that's gonna consistently be an issue though. It's just accidentally doing things. At least at the beginning. Alright. I have 5. And I can either play a 4. I guess that's all I can do, so I'm not gonna collect. If you don't want to know what a card does, mouse over it. Well, most of these cards so far are not doing anything. They have this lexicon gift. It's gift creature applies an adjacent forest at random. And let's see. So forest piece here, and then 7 here, and then go ahead and attack there, and move forward, and in the turn. But yeah, I can already tell there's not enough here, at least on this tutorial section. Maybe there's later on a lot of things, but they aren't so far teaching me any of the extra tricks. And Hearthstone hasn't been great for a long time at the beginning as far as having cards that have great tricks. Here you see gift, give a creature +2/+2. In comparison, Hearthstone has Battle Cry, Death Rattle, Taunt, Wind Fury, Haste. They have like 5 different things, and we've seen Gift and Haste in this. And at a certain level, I guess this is what's going to be an issue no matter what, is the idea that it's going to require give a creature +2/+2. Can I do this? And see, I'm just gonna win. And let's see, let's go ahead and move this way. Should have gotten this move to 7/7 actually. And I like how Hearthstone gives you one more mana each turn. You can predict it, you can know it's gonna happen. There's very few cards in Hearthstone that will give you more mana, and even fewer that will give you less mana per turn. And for those reasons, Hearthstone yet again is just a more mature experience, and this game would have to catch up way more just in its initial release, in my opinion, on Steam. I like the fact that it's on Steam. That's one of the things I hate most about Hearthstone, is that you have to have this battle.net account. You have to go through Blizzard. But Blizzard also has Overwatch. They also have Heroes of the Storm. They also have Diablo. They also have StarCraft. So there's a good chance that at least they have World of Warcraft. So there's a good chance that over your lifetime you're going to play at least 2 of Blizzard's games, if not much more. And when it gets down to that element, you're having an account is something you probably would have done anyways. And I assume you just get a standard 3 or 2 Faeria each turn without getting the bonuses, but you hold on to them for the next turn. I assume that's the case. I don't actually know, and that's weird in itself that that I'm not figuring out that. So there's a water, and this guy just drew a bunch of cards, and he has a bunch of special material all over the place. Deal 1 damage to a creature. He's just playing land everywhere. Deal 1 damage to a creature. I don't have any reason to deal 1 damage to a creature. I needed to place a special land, but I'll do it next turn. So this is a 6/1. Your death comes from the desert. And so we're getting the different styles of characters. Deal 2 damage to your opponent. Let's see. This here and this here. Do this here and this here. Put this here, and in the turn. And see, in Hearthstone, this guy's saying burn, and he's cast some kind of spell, to kill all my creatures. Alright. We can now, new powers unlocked. You can now either draw a card or gain 1 Faeria instead of making land. Ah, see, I knew there was only 4 styles of land, so you have some more options. This land, and why can't I play this? I don't understand. Why can I not play these cards? Let's see, 3/8. And draw a card, I suppose. Deal 1 damage to a creature. And can this move this direction, I suppose? Reduces its master to 1 life. And that's a last words thing, so but I need to draw a card again. Taunt, last words gain 2 life. And so these need 2. Ah, I see. That's the problem, is I've only placed one special land. Alright. So I need to place a special land here. And now I can say, give a creature 2/4. And now I can give him 2/2. Apparently I can't do that though. Oh, I can. I just need to place this here. And then do this. And then taunt less wards. Gain +2. And then attack this guy. And can I attack with this guy? No. But see, as soon as I kill this creature with this character or this character, let's draw a card. So now I just need to do 1 damage to the enemy. But I've got 10 health, so it's still possible that they would do something. What does charge 3 do? Alright. Doesn't matter what it does. We play this, we win. And that's what I figured was going to happen. And so here we are at the green starter section. We can finally actually get into the game. Alright, and so it wants a password. And I'm currently placed as a guest. I guess I'll just click later. You'll continue as a guest. Users' guests will lose their progression if they uninstall the game and cannot use cross-platform connectivity. Are you sure you want to continue? Sure. You've unlocked the main interface of Faeria. Let's start by creating your first deck. Alright, so here's part of the problem. Immediately you can see there's a exclusive 40% off Steam pack being sold to us, which I don't have the Steam overlay on, so when I click on it, it doesn't do anything. We have Join the War Effort, that doesn't do anything, and we have Recruit a Friend, and that doesn't do anything. At least maybe not right now. Maybe it's just locked us into starting with this. So, very similar to my collection on Hearthstone, and the difference is having 4 character classes instead of 9 limits this game. This is a formula. Use it to create a deck in a few seconds. I will say Hearthstone took a long time to actually get to the point where it had formulas. And then since green starter is probably the only thing we could do, I imagine every card is used. Seems like you can have 3 instead of 2 of the average cards in your deck. Can't click on anything though until this. Let's play a game with your new deck. Oh, really? Solo. And then I have no idea what Pandora is. This is a solo campaign. Defeat the opponents to level up and gain more cards. Hearthstone has been pretty bad about solo campaigns. Let's see. Now can I go back and do whatever I choose without the game interfering with me? Thank you, please. So this is all you even start with is 8 cards. 8 neutral cards, 7 green cards, no blue cards, no red cards, and no desert yellow cards. Then when we come back to options, nothing's changed here. So that's not going to be anything. What's this? These are chests that you can purchase, and we could go to the shop. And let's go to the shop and see how we can do this. You can buy gems, and so this is the 2 currency trick where you buy gems with real money. So 250 gems is 99 cents in US dollars, and then 1 chest gives you 1,000 dust, I assume is what that is, or elemental things. Or do you need 1,000 elementals and this? Let's see. Oh, you can buy it either for 1,000 dust or gems. So you can earn dusts. It seems like you can also... No, it's gold. 1,000 gold or 250 gems. So 1,000 gold is worth $1. Which, compared to Hearthstone, 100 gold is worth $1. So it's already a tenfold comparison. There's several other things they're trying to sell you here, as far as card backs, different visual things, I would assume, and a avatar change. And then there's a set here, and then a gold miner. What is the gold miner? Goki will mine for you each day for 30 days. He always finds at least 300 gold, and sometimes finds a lot more. Ah, well, that kind of immediately tells me that I don't want to play this game. Hearthstone itself has been very bad about trying to rip you off and make you spend real money in a lot of things. But, see, yeah, that's not going to work. Yeah, each one of these just tries to launch a web page. Hearthstone tries to rip you off every now and then. Right now they've got their new expansion, which is going to be 130 cards that you can pre-order 50 packs for $50, which is rather expensive. And see, I don't have any chests, so we've already looked at the chest in the shop, and there's no real way to earn gold with any quests yet. We have no daily quests today, but we will have them later. And then friends list, of course, no friends. We don't even have anything but a guest account. And then on our character rankings, let's see. We can you change what this says since it's text? No way, because then people would type in some really nasty things. But you must be able to purchase things. Apparently there's some kind of currency that you can get in Pandora that's I assume Pandora is a legendary like set where you can play really, really powerful people. And it seems like there might be some kind of, these are all the different avatars, so they're starting with a lot more avatars than Hearthstone does, but they only have the 4 card classes, and it seems like every avatar can use the 4 card classes, so there's no hero abilities, it seems, and they've already started with a considerable amount of just other aesthetic things they can sell to you. So back here, I assume battle is if you're looking to relax, play against other players, select casual mode, got it. If you're looking to prove your skill, play ranked mode. Now Hearthstone has a casual and ranked both for a standard and a wild sets, and that's causes a lot of frustration for me because the standard and the wild cards are, let's play a casual game or just play a ranked game. Here, battle timer starts immediately while it's searching for a game. Wild cards are basically banned cards in Hearthstone, and Hearthstone's been going long enough that they've started to ban things. They very much want you to play standard decks. They've banned entire expansions. That they've started to even ban the original classic starter cards, trying to keep everything new, trying to keep the game interesting. I wonder if my firewall might be stopping this. No, it shouldn't be. That took really long to find a game, but this is pretty new. What I would like to see, so here in a real game you start with some really big ones and you can only redraw one thing. Oh, this is not gonna work. Well, no, you can redraw everything, good, because I really needed to create a prairie and gain 2 Faeria. That's actually gonna be a pretty nice card. Let's see. So this, and then I put this taunt here and put this here, and then in the turn. And I need 3 special cards. So I don't know how this is going to end up working. Seems like this character is playing a water deck, which there's no way I'm going to be able to tell if this is a balanced system for as little as I'm gonna play it, because I'm already out. This can't beat Hearthstone. It really can't. It's gonna have fewer players just because it's newer. It's definitely has less wild and crazy things happening with the abilities of the cards, from what I can tell. Oh, can the water creatures just move on? Can they move on things besides on water? Or do they move the land? Ooh, look, it's moving the land. That's crazy. But at the end of the day, I don't think it matters too much. Let's see. Give a creature +2. Play this here. Do this. And can I attack this creature? No. I can't, so that's all I can do. Seems like this one has priority of sucking out the well, but we may both be sucking out the well, because the well may refill. But this one is going back and forth, specifically making it difficult on me. And the creatures can get protection, apparently, which I assume means that they can take 1 damage for free. Alright. Last words, add a random green card to your hand that costs 3 less. And now that that card has taunt, let's see what happens here. Not a lot. One of the problems with Hearthstone is that when you play a lot of people in Hearthstone, they just stop playing when it looks like they're gonna lose. And they'll just sit there and wait for a timer to kick in, and the timer takes a while, definitely. So far I haven't seen anything like that, but that's not to say it isn't going to show up. Alright, we need this and this. Last words, draw a card. Can I do something? Let's see. This apparently can move all the way there and attack. Didn't realize that. Alright. And then this guy can go here. And this guy can get in the way, I guess. And this guy can go here. I guess that's all I can do. Yeah, there's just no audio feedback. There's less options, less styles of cards, less number of cards, almost certainly. This game would have to catch up so fast. And if they were going to catch up that fast, they shouldn't have come to Steam as kind of a secondary official release. I don't know if they were just in beta off Steam or what. They weren't even in early access. So this is their first presentation, and it does feel like that things could have been done better. Let's see. Let's do this and this, and let's see if this maybe stops that from happening. See, I'm still at 20 and I'm still at 20 and he's still at 20. But so there's way too much setup here. Ideally, I would want a game that was faster than Hearthstone. Something where I could win and take out 30 life points in Hearthstone a lot quicker, because Hearthstone is always taking up too much of my time, and the quest system as it's set up in Hearthstone requires me to play every 3 days, which is incredibly annoying. Deal 1 damage to a creature. Let's go ahead and attack this guy. This, and then we'll go ahead and do this. And see if we can do that. Let's move this over here. And then end the turn. And this game, as we're playing real person now, is even longer. Even longer than what than an average Hearthstone game. Plus, I really don't like the way this looks. It doesn't play well on a 1080p TV that's about 10 feet away from me, maybe 8 feet away from me. It probably looks fine on a computer screen if it was right in front of me at 1080p, but that also means it won't play very well in its current form on cell phones, which means half of your market of players, half of the possible players that could exist in this game are already not allowed to enjoy it the way they would have wanted to enjoy it. Let's see. This one, I guess we could move up here. Let's see, I'm about to lose. Oops. Well, I failed there. Well, whatever. Not really surprised. Shouldn't really be surprised that I'd lose my very first game. And I imagine playing solo is not gonna... It'll be a little bit easier. In defeat, I still get experience. And everything, but... You get a level 33 reward. Ah, so you only get rewards for going up levels, too. Well, that's not going to work very well. Well, you get... Maybe you would also get some rewards for victories. But that was only 80. And remember, when we go back to the shop, the gold we need for a battle chest of 5 new cards is 1,000. Now, I do know that if you buy a chest, you can re-roll some of the better quality cards, the more rare cards, instead of having to then, in Hearthstone, when you get a duplicate of a higher quality card, you have to turn it into dust and then try to craft something with the dust. So that is a slightly better system. All of these gems down here, you can see, it doesn't even get larger, that much larger. All these gems are just normal rarity cards, whereas this blue gem here means it's a higher rarity card. So say you already had one of these and didn't want another one of these, you could re-roll it and be guaranteed the same rarity or higher. So that's gonna help you fill out a collection and get a complete collection. There is something definitely appealing with the idea here. The game doesn't even have its name on the screen. That's terrible for branding. There's something appealing with the idea of starting over on a game like this and trying to get a complete collection and be ahead of the curve. But honestly, I just don't see this game growing enough fan base for it to be playable. And I don't think this game is going to be any faster than playing Hearthstone. So you're going to be playing with less people, you're going to be taking up more time, you're going to be playing more strategy, which eventually is probably going to prove that the bad players are going to have less chance of winning. One thing Hearthstone does a lot of is balancing the game, so that they try to get the best players and the worst players to have a win ratio of 50%, which kind of sucks compared to playing any single player game where your win ratio is easily 90% or higher, because as a bad player playing Hearthstone, you feel like you're losing all the time when really you're only losing half the time. As a good player in Hearthstone, you still aren't very happy with Hearthstone because there's some random elements in there to help the bad players, and the good players want to play pure strategy, where the bad players want to play more random so that they have crazy things happen and interesting outcomes. So this is a very delicate balance in Hearthstone, particularly where the expert pro players want one thing, and then the amateur players of Hearthstone like me, who aren't very good at it, want to keep playing, but then they're also frustrated, so nobody's ever happy with it. And that's why I'm particularly even looking at this game, is hoping that maybe I could find something that would take less time, that would be more enjoyable, that would replace it. Unfortunately for it, it's just not that. It's more complicated. It has less styles of cards. I can't recommend anybody play it as it is now. Also, probably the thing that kills it more than anything else is the attitude, even from the beginning, is very money grubbing. Anytime you play a game that wants to turn real world dollars into gems, they're doing that to confuse you. That's the only reason. It is 100% to confuse you, so you forget that 250 gems was one real world dollar. And the fact that they're on top of that, the fact that there's deals of the week going on here for aesthetic items, that each of which are $3 except for this card back, which is nearly $10 just for a card back. You get a free card back in Hearthstone every month, and it's just an aesthetic thing. This is what, $30? Yeah, it's like $30 for that. And this is $4 for a gold miner, and the gold miner in particular, that's awful. That is awful. So they want so much money from you from this game, even before you start. Now, this is free to play, so you can get it on Steam and you could try it out yourself, and you could try the quests, and that's what I do with Hearthstone. I've put very little money into Hearthstone. I think once I purchased one thing in Hearthstone, and then all the rest I have earned through gold. But I have only earned 80 gold so far, and I can't really say as far as the daily quests, since I don't have any daily quests today, what those quests would require me to do. Because they're called daily quests, does that mean I can build up several of them, or would it mean I have to come every single day and do like 3 quests, and then the next day there will be 3 more? Because that's even worse than Hearthstone. At least in Hearthstone you get 1 quest per day, but you can wait until all 3 slots are filled in and play every 3 days, which is better than what it seems like it might be the case here. There's a lot of questions, definitely, for Faeria. This is just a brief spotlight, although not that brief. We've nearly gone an hour just to go through the setup. Although, if you just start Hearthstone, then you probably are going to spend more than an hour to get past the original tutorial and unlock a decent set of cards for each of the 9 character classes, which there are no character classes in this game at all. So several different numbers would have multiplied against each other to give you more different combinations and game styles and possibilities, but there's no hero powers here. As far as I can tell, there's no character classes. There's only 4 styles of cards compared to 9 styles of cards. No, 10 styles of cards in Hearthstone. There's just considerably less variety in this game. And while that might be a good thing, it's not in this case. If I wanted something more simplified, I probably would want something like Pokemon, the card game. If that came to PC, that would be kind of interesting. But that's just not the case here. So sadly, I'm going to have to pass with Faeria. Let me know down in the comments if you have some kind of card game, something, what I'm looking for personally, something that takes the least amount of time, something where I don't have to put any money in it at all, so I can earn gold, and something that is at least moderately entertaining so I can talk about what's going on in my life and on my channel while playing it. So it can't be super complicated. This game, Faeria, and I'm probably mispronouncing it, but whatever, is actually probably too complicated for me too. So I'm sticking to Hearthstone. It was worth a try. Thank you for watching this video. I end all my videos the same way. I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. And when you subscribe, click that bell for notifications, because that helps you know when my newest videos are available. I'll put down in the description links to friend me on Hearthstone, even though that's not the game we're covering. But yeah, because I do need more friends on Hearthstone, and I would recommend you play that. Now, if you love card games and want 2 in your life, maybe you could play Faeria, but I'm not sure that's even the right move. I think if you wanted 2 in your life, you probably should go play Magic the Gathering online, and then if you're already doing that and want 3 in your life, maybe play Faeria. Yeah, I'm done. Down below in the description box, I'll also have links to my social media sites: Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Google+, Steam, and Battle.net. So please follow and friend me on all of those services too. That helps me with those services. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.